y'all. Many fish. Y'all remember this movie come out? Super popular, man. Like 10 years ago. Man, I even looked at this. People convinced me to look at this. And I even gave it some thought back in the day, but I didn't know Jesus then, let me tell you. This here is a serpent. And it represents what we would call the dollar sign. It's been used for a whole... It incorporates in the medical with the snakes and everything. But essentially, it goes back to the god of Hermes, who was the god of commerce, money, finances. You know, usually it was kept on a staff. There'd be on a staff, and that's where you get your dollar sign. So, right off the bat, that's what you get. And not only that, I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to just point out in less than... That's before you even start the movie. Alright? It's already got gods on there. Then the movie itself, I can't play a whole lot of this, so... But in the beginning, and this is like right at the beginning when she's like, oh, I was in despair, and I didn't know what to do. My father died, and hey, you know, poor thing and stuff. But this is all just a sham, man. But look what happens when she opens up the suitcase. Look at the picture, how all these images just start manifesting on it and everything, okay? Now, you can't see the timestamp, so I'm going to shrink it down right at that scene. And that, of course, shows up right at 33 seconds. They do this on purpose, trust me. The whole film is 13113. Or 13113. And there's a million things you can do with that. But anyway, so right off the bat, we have, you know, metaphysical magic going on. Okay, to entice the people in. Let's get the sheep interested, okay? And it's not till about a minute or so in that we get the... we'll go up to here, and a minute and 18 seconds in, we get all these different connotations. You got your pyramids. The timestamp isn't really significant, but it is 119. Just as soon as the pyramids pop in, 9/11 backwards. I'm just saying, I don't fully believe in this stuff, but it does manifest in this in our reality through this spirit that we need to see in order to see. So you get the pyramids at 9/11 backwards, okay? And we can skip right up another few seconds here. We'll go up to like 130 or so, and we get the church connotation. So we have the church now involved in it, meaning the Catholic Church. That was a medieval. You could see some of the regalia, and so that was the church now is involved in this secret. I never know where I put this camera, man. I call it the ashtray camera. Alright, so we got that so far. Then we skip up ahead just a few more seconds. I could just play it through and I'll show you. Or I'm gonna do it by hand. I don't want to get a codex thingy, you know what I mean. We skip up to it's a very short scene. 144, which again could be looked at as a satanic number. They all can. But right here, right there. Did you see him? I'm trying the best I can, guys. Give me a break, okay? The secret was coveted. And we went through all this stuff and here and here and here. Right there. I mean, come on, man. There's every kind of magic spell you could think of on that board. And they, you know, all these churches promote this. They're like, oh, it's awesome. And I'm not kidding. Huge churches. It's in their bookstores, in their lobbies. They're selling the movies and books, and they teach it from the pulpit. It's crazy. People are getting just totally ripped off, man. Bamboozled, hoodwinked. You know, I'm only a minute and a half into this thing. You know, you could skip up just a little bit further, and there's the elite connotations in it. Okay? And then you have all these different people in history, people that they quote and basically, you know, raise up, like Ralph Waldo Emerson. I mean, the dude was kind of like whacked out, man. I mean, he was like a philosopher. He was self-reliance, notable ideas, self-reliance over soul. He was into mysticism, transcendentalism. I mean, come on, people. This is like crazy stuff. I could go down this road probably just on Emerson for a month. This is how saturated we are with this stuff. So that's just a quick, in the first 2 minutes of that movie. 2 minutes. Now I just want to show one more thing about that movie before we fly out of here. And it's I'm not kidding you. I'll show you the timestamp. It's at timestamp. I need you to watch this. This is very important. This is where the movie finally, they've gone through this 3-minute dramatic like introduction to the movie, and now they're revealing the serpent stamp. Okay? Now you just watch the stamp, okay?
This is the great secret of life.
There's the serpent, and he's blowing that serpent breath. I mean, come on. And guess, just take a wild guess where the timestamp for that is. Just take a wild guess. I'm not kidding you. Right as it emerges, right? Right as the hiss emerges. Timestamp 322. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This is how that darkness operates in this world. And I could go on and on about the secret itself, the makers. They've had all kinds of trouble. Their metaphysics. You know, half these people, this guy that speaks on there, Michael Beckwith, he's one of these transcendent, you know, Oprah and all these people are into him. They're all into this Joe Vitale dude. He's an actor, and he calls himself a doctor of metaphysics. I mean, look at metaphysics. They study in the dualism, mind over matter. This is complete and utter deceit and deception. I mean, it's just nuts. Look at this. I mean, this is their study. You know, the black sun, the birth of their Christ or what have you. The good seed, the bad seed. You know, this seed rules in the spirit for the most part through his temptation and through all the crap. And this one's dying on this planet, man. Then, you know, that's us. You gotta come to Jesus, people. And I never in my life thought I'd hear myself saying these things. But you better start looking at this stuff. I cannot express to you the changes that have just made my life so much more fulfilled. Just ask for the truth, folks. That's all I can tell you. If you were like I was and have that emptiness, something missing, I'm chasing this and buying that and making money, build that house on the rock. Peace and grace, y'all. Many fish.